During his 12-year reign as Pope, Francis impressed the world with his humility and his humanity.
Our Aaron Mabin spoke with Kate Ward, an associate professor of theology department at Marquette University.
I think he leaves a phenomenal legacy of teaching through word and image. He really wanted people to understand that God desires to be close to them and that God cares about those in society who are often forgotten. And he showed that through his actions, whether by going to the prison in Rome to wash the feet of prisoners on Holy Thursday.
And Aaron continues our coverage in the studio now.
Aaron, you also spoke with Milwaukee Archbishop, who says the Pope died the way he lived.
Yeah, I talked with Milwaukee Archbishop Jeffrey Grob earlier today, and he called Pope Francis a pastor and a shepherd who was always going out to others, even in sickness. And we saw that just hours before his death. At the Archdiocese of Milwaukee,
I was thinking, well, what do I say to the Pope?
Bishop Jeffrey Haynes reflects on the first of his 2 meetings with Pope Francis.
So I said to him, I said, Holy Father, I want to thank you for being Pope. And he just said to me, pray for me, which I thought was beautiful.
A proclamation hangs in his office with the Pope's small signature.
He purposely did it that way so that it would not be copied. He rarely gave out his signature.
The Vatican says Pope Francis died Monday of a stroke, followed by heart failure, just 1 day after participating in Easter celebrations at the Vatican, while recovering from a respiratory illness.
He said he was a pastor and a shepherd to his dying breath, literally.
In 2013, Pope Francis made history as the first Latin American pontiff in over 1,000 years. He became a leader on the world stage and didn't shy away from discussing LGBTQ+ issues, immigration, and the environment.
He had a great compassion for the poor, for the migrants, for those on the margins of society.
Because he simply cared about people. And so, I mean, again, that if anything, that's one of the things that'll be the hallmark of his pontificate.
Milwaukee Archbishop Jeffrey Grob sharing this photograph of his meeting with Pope Francis and a message for those mourning.
Because it's our turn. We have to keep going. We have to live in the light of his pontificate. You know, we have to carry on.
You could really feel that emotion when talking to those 3 bishops. Now, the Vatican says Pope Francis wished to be buried in a simple tomb in the ground at Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, not at St. Peter's Basilica. And we have learned tonight that President Donald Trump says he and the First Lady plan to attend the Pope's funeral.